Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The next of our athletes making his way to the table hails from and is representing Canada. He is a multiple Canadian national champion. Welcome the wild horse, Matt Mask.
Matt Mask is back to the East versus West, trying to continue his winning streak. Last month beat Ron Bat on King of a Table, now taking on Frank Lamparelli. The wild horse is in the building, one of the fan favorites, one of the favorite for me athletes to watch. I hope this match will be classic Matt Mask match. Let's see where it goes and how he can deal with this Italian monster in Frank Lamparelli.
And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, is making his debut here at East versus West 10. And he hails from and is representing the great arm wrestling nation of Italy. He is a multiple heavyweight champion of his nation. Welcome, Frank Lamparelli!
Frank Lamparelli weighed in at 95 kilos compared to Matt Mask 140 kilos. Bicep 45 centimeters, forearm 42, 44 years old, 191 centimeter. This year's overall champion in Italy, and he's ready to take on Matt Mask, the wild horse. Wild horse meets himself in a match against another Italian. He has had his success and failures. Let's see how this match goes. Right now we see the first grip up, and where I think it will tell us the tale of this match. Classically, Matt Mask is looking for that hard hit and just bending his opponent's wrist as fast as he can. I think Frank is looking for that strap, is squeezing Matt Mask's thumb pretty hard. What's going on? I have a feeling we will see referee's grip in this one. Frank Lamparelli will try to, this is his debut on international level like this, in the super matches, and he definitely wants to make a statement. We have two Italians already winning.
Way up on my thumbnail there. Way down, Frankie. Way down, Frankie.
Lamparelli and Mask.
Shoulder, both.
Super tall.
I won't see knuckles.
I can't see my knuckle.
The first advantage. Matt's not happy on the setup.
He's not happy.
Where's my knuckle?
Shoulder.
Yeah, I'll put my
Frank,
shoulder in
no
Frank, and see my
expression
knuckle.
change in his face.
A lot of experience, Frank Lamparelli. People don't know this guy's been around forever.
Hasn't been pulling a lot of super matches, but we have seen him around pulling a lot of tournaments here in Europe, in WAF Worlds, Zloty Tours. He's very seasoned arm wrestler. He knows his game. He knows what he needs to do to beat. But it's very hard when Matt Mask goes 120 miles an hour at your wrist.
No reads at this stage until that hit. We know nothing.
Referee's grip.
How come the hands be ready? Whoa, whoa.
Okay, strap. We'll definitely go to the strap. Yeah.
Referee's grip. Lamparelli.
Don't move.
Really dropping that shoulder, trying to push the lower palm higher.
Shoulder.
Realises the threat represented, and you can hear Matt's not happy again.
Shoulder.
Can feel the threat.
There's no movement on the wrist.
Close.
Looks very good setup.
First, Italy.
Matt's certainly looking for the strap spun out on that first start.
Stop.
And again,
that wasn't me this time.
Frank Lamparelli, a little better with the hand ray there.
It will be don't
Rising,
move and go, okay?
feeding that lower palm higher, and he's... This is an unusual set of criteria for Matt, because
See how high that webbing is compared to
ordinarily
mine?
Don't move.
I want
he
that
can
even.
deal with people. You can hear him asking for the webbing height there. He's worried about that threat. And look at Frank Lamparelli. Look how low his shoulder is. He's forcing that lower hand high.
Yeah.
Don't move. Go!
Better again.
Oh, yeah.
Lamparelli dancing around, Ray. He's feeling something up there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Some
So
level
the
here.
strap will definitely slow
level.
down both athletes, and
Please help me.
it will get them down
Yeah.
to a good hand control.
What it will allow is for either
Up,
one of
down.
these men, should they be brave
Up or
enough,
down?
to light up their opponent with the side pressure and bump them off the shoulder. Now, That would
You-
leave
you don't-
Lamparelli exposed, Ray, because
you
he's
don't
got
wanna-
that shoulder low.
You don't want
Straight
to.
wrist.
You don't want to lose
My
your
wrist is
wrist
straight.
by going
Open
too
your
hard
finger.
on the side, right? Because there's always two top rollers meet. It's
Gut
so
check.
Referee
Ref grip. We're not
whoever
climbing.
has
grip.
it
Right?
will take
Open
it.
your hand,
So
okay?
there's
Open.
not a
Same.
lot of room for mistakes. I
Open
think
and don't
both of
move your
them want
hand,
a
okay?
Yeah, I'm not
clean
moving.
wrist
Don't
stake.
move your
I
shoulder.
believe that's what they're both hunting
Look at
for.
Lamparelli dropping that shoulder. He's really, really cooking that wrist up, half mooning it to the sky. Better start again, Lamparelli.
Takes control, drives to the side.
That was smart arm wrestling, Ray.
Warming up right now.
He knows there's no
feeling
threat
you
from
out,
the side
buddy.
pressure. He knows that main threat is back pressure. So he can drop
okay.
his shoulder,
No, just feeling him.
go a
Just
little
feeling
bit open angle, so he
Just
leaves
feeling.
his pronator. Because no one's attacking his pronator. Matt is more worried about his wrist. But even here, look, we just stops him. That wrist goes back. Even takes a little bit of Matt's wrist.
I've pulled Frank a couple of times at WAF Worlds, and he feels so awkward on the setup, feels like he's backing away from you, but he's got a great deal of frame. You really need to move that arm. His arm is not astronomically strong, but his frame is huge, and he's very experienced, and you could see on the setup, he lowered the shoulder, he punched that lower palm forward, and that's giving him the opportunity to allow Matt to hit into his hand. And it's a problem for Matt to solve. Matt's ace move here is struggling, Ray.
Matt's ace move right now is working on Frank Lamparelli. Frank Lamparelli is doing Matt Mask.
Listen to the
What
crowd
kind of
reacting.
surprises me is that Frank is 95 kilos and Matt, was scheduled as a heavyweight matchup at 115 kilos. And Frank is pulling 2 weight classes down.
Big start again from Matt there, but I'll tell you what,
More aggressive
Lamparelli had the hand again.
again.
Definitely had the hand again. You know, sometimes I think that Matt needs to really focus on rising those fingers up, the fingertips, get those knuckles to the roof. He's so familiar with that low hand, and from backing the wrist out first, it's not going to be a lane for him tonight. It's really not, because Lamparelli's frame is equal to Matt's, and he's just posting that lower palm forward, and however aggressive Matt is at the moment, without moving the arm, he's hitting into Lamparelli's hand, and that is not a good look.
Right now Lamparelli is looking very strong, very calm, collected. He knows Matt is Wild Boy, his nickname. There's a reason why it's called Wild Horse.
Look at the wrist position there on Frank as well. Again, look at the wrist in the shoulder.
He's very good at stopping the high knuckle. He's having his finger pressure on the high knuckle of Matt Mask.
And he can do it because his arm is long enough. This is a very tall athlete.
Yeah.
Big hand.
And again, dumping that shoulder down. No threat on the pronator, no threat on the inside, but I feel like Matt is getting a little better grip, almost gonna roll out. Kind of rolled out, get an elbow foul.
Yeah, elbow foul there. Interestingly, Matt felt that the arm of Frank wasn't as strong as he felt it was, and that may give him confidence to stay in the match a little bit. Sometimes running away is not the answer. Sometimes you've got to fight fire with fire, and I really think that Matt Mask now needs to be feeding into the match and trusting his arm. Don't rush. Hold on there. These athletes are the same height, there or thereabouts. And if you look when they're in the setup, there's a distinct difference. Lamparelli looks like he's half a foot shorter because he's dropping those shoulders and he's punching that lower palm, that little finger and second finger up to the sky, and that is giving him tremendous hand control.
But it keeps his side pressure vulnerable, and I felt like Matt knew that he doesn't need to cup his wrist. He can keep the wrist straight and just go sideways.
Look how
what
full
he
Matt's
tried to
hand
do.
is, Ray.
Yeah.
He's filling his hand there. Look at the palm of Lamparelli. It's fed forward. His hand has space to move. Now, that's actually better from Matt there. When he backed off, that is better from Matt.
Let's see who takes control. One elbow foul on Matt Mask. Lamparelli takes the wrist.
Takes the wrist but can't finish.
Elbow foul. Elbow foul on Frank Lamparelli.
Now, at what point when you're Matt Mask here, Ray, and my God, you've been in this position a lot, with your wrist slightly compromised, but you can feel that athlete's arm is not too dangerous. You're right there on arm strength. At what point do you say to yourself, you know what, I can't get out. I'm gonna find a way to get further in.
I felt like Matt's setup was more defensive than offensive, but he set up like he's gonna do, defensively go backwards, but he was still trying to attack. I think he needs to stick to defensive. Keep his pronator, keep his wrist even if it's not cupped, keep it straight. Then he has his pronator in the game and just wait for Frank to stretch himself out. That would be what I would try to do in this match. Because you can win him on an A side. You have to go through the B side.
A little tighter.
There's a real opportunity for drama here. We know that Matt Mask will go bananas if he can level this thing.
Knuckle. Definitely. Knuckle.
So round number 2, one elbow foul on each of the athletes. Result 1-0. Frank Lamparelli ahead.
Down. Knuckle.
Lamparelli again, that wide stance, feeding the lower palm forward.
Knuckle. Where's my knuckle? I can't see none of my knuckle there. Where? Show me my knuckle. Underneath his finger.
Shoulder.
Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not gonna start when he's over my freaking knuckle.
Okay, one warning.
Like,
shoulder.
where is it? Where is it? Like, it bends underneath his finger.
Shoulder.
Like, I'm not gonna grab a grip when he's over my knuckle. Look where I am on him. Okay, I'll be right here too then. This is where we're gonna go.
Okay, stop. Referee's grip.
Right? We'll both play there then.
The blood getting up there in Matt Mask.
Yes.
Frank speaks English, but
Super calm. The experience is showing there.
He's trying to switch off.
And there's another real difference here, Ray, which you probably appreciate as we look at the absolutely knackered fingers of Matt Mask. Look at that. Physically impossible to pick his nose.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No.
He can do all kinds of favours for people round corners, but we'll not go into that. Big drive there from Lamparelli. He's gathered the hand, and that's going to be a finish for Lamparelli, and my God, he's taking over.
Someone needs to go there and tell Matt Mask, go on a B side, be defensive, go backwards. Let Frank go. Just
your side's
get
over there.
Soak it up.
My
Exactly, mate. He needs to stay in the match. He's running out of the match amazingly.
Even now, he was kind of stopping, and Devon Larratt is there, and hope he's giving that advice, because he stopped and he was trying to go through the inside and get rolled in again. He needed to stick outside, roll his pronator. Pretty much what you're trying to go through the other side. It's hard to explain this without showing, but
Matt is so used to being the height. I was just going to say, before that match fired off there, one of the big differences is that the strict refereeing there, when you feel like you're a little uncomfortable and you know how to play the refs, you know how to work the refs, the man that we're looking at there, Frank Lamparelli, has been in the strict refereeing format for so many years, and he was as calm as a mill pond. That thing was going, there was no movement. Matt was getting flustered. It's super hot up there, and you're expending a lot of energy. Frank Lamparelli remained calm, and right now, he's in a great position. Matt with it all to do, Ray.
that was a long round number 2. For Matt to try to turn this around, I think that's what he needed to do. Let's see if he can switch some things up on this one. Maybe, do some damage off the strap before it goes definitely to a strap. And it will definitely go to a strap.
I think the writing is on the wall for Matt Mask. And at this point, not too many events ago, we saw Paul Lynn really struggling, getting run over by Rustam Babayev. And at that point, it was, let's take the seatbelt off, let's undo the chin strap, and let's get into this match. And right now, Matt Mask, this is the time. If he's watching this at home after the fact, keep your arm on this man's arm, keep your hand engaged, and make this an arm wrestling match, and you will see a difference.
Yeah. We see the crowd supporting Matt Mask, trying to. This is the moment. He just got on a winning streak. He wants to continue this. He needs to get back into this match. Frank Lamparelli looking absolutely amazing today. Great showing versus very tough opponent, but nothing's over. Round number 3. Let's go.
Be ready. Mask needs to stay in there, needs to get some connection on the hand. You do wonder.
Don't move.
Go! Larratt told him there.
Much better. Much better. This time he didn't go under. His wrist didn't buckle.
I think there's a degree of some of that's also that Lamparelli probably feeling a little bit compromised there also. And he's nervous about the speed. He knows that he's got a better connection point.
Yes. Strap, first round, didn't give any favors to Matt Mask. Let's see if this time he can get the height, because I feel like Matt's very weird arm wrestler where he kind of gets better longer the match goes. If he finds a door, right, he feeds off that energy. We saw it in a match versus Kalinchenko. all he needs is an opening. All he needs is an opening.
Look at the hand position though, Ray. Straight away as he closes down, he's filled his hand again.
Shoulder.
He needs to go an inch further forward with that little
Shoulder,
finger
Frank.
knuckle and
Frank, more
punch it to
shoulder
the
like
ceiling.
that, okay?
Drop the shoulder, punch forward and stay in the match.
move.
Lamparelli with the back pressure again and he gains control. And Matt Mas now is in serious deep water. Nothing left there. Engage that arm, Matt Mas. Stay with it. This is better. Wow, dangerous position there, but he's back in this match. And this is dramatic from Matt Mas. Big drive and he needs to watch that arm. Couldn't be more committed. Mask super tight, super deep. Drives down again. And Lamparelli off the back of the pad. Wow. Wow, Ray, what about that?
I said like 20 wows. I think Matt Mask didn't know he could do that, and G just did it. I was afraid that he would break his arm.
Now, short of Mother Teresa jumping out of the crowd and slapping Matt across the face with a board that says, your arm is strong enough. He's never going to get a better signal than that. His hand and wrist were utterly and completely compromised. And yet, his arm was strong enough to stay in the match.
Matt is pulling everything he has in his soul to stay in this match. He went like, I was worried we might see like an arm break right here.
I thought the same. Scared
The way his arm went back every time.
He's not used to that position, and the lever is so long. His timing was horrific.
One foul from Frank, okay?
But commitment, my God. Wow. And I'll tell you what, if Frank Lamparelli hadn't gone off the back of the pad,
he's got water here.
Him.
Yes. Let's see what will happen right now. Will Matt commit to a flop wrist press straight away, which would help him get his shoulder in? But there's a good chance, right, he gets out of position.
Listen, so many times, guys who've relied on top roll all their life, being elusive, don't realize that their arm has actually got strong. We saw it from Zidakashvili. He's not a dead wrist presser, but he got success there when there was some fatigue in the other man. Could we see a dramatic climax here? If Matt Mask can get the brakes on and turn this into a dogfight, wow.
Let's see if this match continues and Matt can get the W. It definitely made into a dogfight.
Either way.
He was willing to break his arm.
Oh, yeah.
He was willing to break his arm.
My God, a touch of the Michael Sods there.
Never seen this from Matt Mask.
No backward step. The man's a warrior.
Down.
But he's so much win, lose, or draw. Matt Mask comes out of this with learnings. He can really make himself a better puller.
Don't move. Go!
Big drive back from Mask! Mask has engaged the arm and this is much better! That's a second foul! Matt Mask gaining something. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, can you feel that?
You're getting fucking tired now!
He's very tired now. He's very tired to take a lot of energy from him now. What you need to do for him is when you get him in the grip, see if you can climb. Fanno troppo dalla sua. Yeah.
He's tired. He's smart. He's smart. That wrist goes back.
It was going back.
Lamparelli in the corner, and for the first time, a little bit of nerves. Now look at that start. Oh, excuse me, we're not in the strap yet, but when we saw the start of that one in the strap, Ray, the biggest thing there, we thought that it may end up on arm strength, and ironically, the fatigue that had gone in the arm of Lamparelli.
Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this.
This is an overall. We're seeing a total review, I think. Yeah. This is going through the rounds, round by round. Slipping and strapping, we're not going to the round. Here we go. This was the drama. And there was the turning point, potentially. But there we go. Look at this. Lamparelli lost his wrist, got the second foul. And this thing might just light up. Matt Mask feeds off the energy, feeds off the aggression, feeds off the positive vibes in the crowd. And you do feel like this could end dramatically. Frank Lamparelli, Matt Wild Horse Mask.
There's definitely fatigue on Frank's hand,
You feel that it's going to straps again, mate, here? I would imagine so.
It might not. Let's see. Matt Mask, like, he comes alive.
Yeah.
He goes to a different level if
Hey,
he's winning.
There was definitely fatigue in there, mate.
Definitely. Let's see.
Knuckle. He keeps climbing up, right?
He's not happy again there,
In
Matt,
round
though.
number 3, that slip looked finally good on Matt Mask. Let's see if Frank Lamparelli, he goes hard. Strap.
Hey, look at Matt Mask's face. Yeah.
Look at that arm.
Yeah.
Look at that right arm.
It's a big, imposing individual. You wouldn't want to peel that man off your missus.
People don't realize how massive Matt Mask is. When you see him in person, his attributes is just insane. His forearms are crazy. He's very lean, very muscular, very, very strong.
His frame is massive. It really is. And what can you say about the guy? There's a reason this fella is so popular, and it's because every time this man arm wrestles,
Can you please tighten that
just
towards
listening.
me? I do not want this tightened this way, okay? Please tighten it towards me. Yeah, towards me. Yes, there we go. Way better.
I'm just going to say, every time he arm wrestles, he takes you on an emotional journey. You feel invested there.
Yes.
But look at Frank Lamparelli. Look at the wrist position there. He's sort of...
Arm wrestling storyteller, Matt Mask.
Isn't he just?
Round number 4.
Oh,
Wrist is
Lamparelli!
back. Wrist is
Total and
back.
utter control. Massive
So
control.
close, so
Whoa.
close to the finishing.
Now, Matt Mask
Transitioning.
has transitioned across Ray, and he needs to stay there. Do not move, Matt Mask. There comes a drive. Stay on it. Needs to keep going forward. Push forward and down. Now hold that position. Do not back off. Wait for the breath
Keep the
and
height,
then drag.
keep the height, keep the height. He needs to keep the height.
Lamparelli trying to line up a drive, but the bracky's getting tired. Oh! That's up in. It was Lamparelli. Frank Lamparelli with the win. Dramatic stuff, Ray.
Wow, what a great match. Match number 2 on this card ends again 3-1. Frank Lamparelli shows who he is. Matt Mask shows something we have never seen him do before. Going to the dead wrist press, willing to break his arm for this match, for everyone. Both of them deserve all the glory. It was an amazing match. Great pulling from both guys. Showed versatility, showed heart, dedication. Round number 1, we go back. It was a little slow slip. Went to the strap. No, still. Sorry, this is a replay of round number 1. Goes to the strap. Frank Lamparelli takes control, takes the pronator, takes the arm, and drives it to the side. You can see it right here. Matt tried to resist, but he couldn't roll out. At the start, Frank Lamparelli definitely had more horsepower than Matt Mask. Round number 2. Wow. Matt Mask just went crazy in these ones. We see going back and forth, both of the guys losing the wrist, taking the wrist back, going in a full dead wrist press. And in round number 4, we see the pin on Frank Lamparelli. Winner by 3-1. What a match. What a match.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you not entertained? Match number 2, and this thing is starting to warm up. Frank Lamparelli, welcome to East versus West. What about a round of applause for this guy? I wanted to say to Frank, yesterday at the press conference, Engin Terzi told us he was frustrated. So many great arm wrestlers from WAF people don't know about. We found another.
Engin ieri ti ha detto che tantissimi braccioferisti fortissimi della WAF sono sconosciuti al pubblico e direi che ne abbiamo trovato un altro.
Grazie. Sono molto contento di aver avuto questa opportunità e ringrazio Engin per il lavoro che ha fatto e comunque per avermi fatto entrare in questo grande match. Posso dire che quando mi hanno proposto Mask ho accettato subito, perché lui è un gran nome, un grande atleta. E quindi questo match, un 3-2 che ho vinto io, non toglie niente a lui, perché comunque è stato un grande combattente. Speravo andasse a finire, che fosse così la sfida. E l'unica cosa che io di solito cerco e che gli altri imparino in Italia è che 1000 vittorie non valgono il rispetto del proprio avversario. Quindi è stato un bel match. Grazie.
So first of all, Frank would like to thank Engin for such an amazing event and for the opportunity to pull on such a big stage. And when they offered as an opponent Matt Mask to him, he accepted immediately because Matt Mask is such a great athlete, and he thanks Matt as well. And also he said that he's very happy that the match was a war because he loved the fact that it wasn't a clean sweep from either side. And also says that one thing that he wants that everyone should learn is that 1,000 wins are not worth it losing the respect of your opponent. So Matt Mask is not, he hasn't lost anything this night. He's a warrior and he's very happy.
Now, one more question. We let this man go and celebrate in a second, but I can't let you leave without asking you this question. This is your debut here in East versus West, and you have ignited this arena. It went crazy. When you look at this weight class, you look at the guys in there, there's so many men. Who would be your perfect next step, Frank? Who would you like to face next?
Ha detto, hai incendiato l'arena questa sera, hai fatto un match assurdo, questa è la tua categoria, i 115 kg, hai gli occhi su qualcuno, chi vorresti che sia il tuo prossimo avversario?
Non saprei perché sono tutti fortissimi, quindi sono tutti molto più forti, penso, di me, ed è un'ottima opportunità un altro avversario, però sono molto più forti di me, io ce la metto tutta comunque.
He's saying that everyone is stronger than him, but he would like everyone, he would love to try against anyone, and yeah, that's his mentality.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you'll agree, an impressive debut from the incredible Mr. Frank Lamparelli of Italy.